Route 66, Route 66. We'll drive around the classic cars, pick up chicks and biker bars. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're on Route 66, Route 66.
Hi there, Insane Sam Allen here again, and this is the alternate route between Springfield and Hamel on the second day of your Route 66 party tour. This alternate route is quicker than the 1926 alignment, and there are a few cool sights that you're going to see on this alignment that you would have missed if you took the other one. But before we get going, let's get you through this segment's directions. Even though there's Route 66 signs all along the way, they can be confusing, and without a good set of directions, you're going to get lost. So, be careful here because you're going to get directions a little differently than you've been getting them. Go to Route66MC.com, go to the right-hand column on the home screen and find a Route 66 town. In the drop box, scroll down to Springfield, Illinois and click on it. When the Springfield page pops up, scroll to the bottom and click on Westbound from Springfield, alternate route. The directions you need today will pop up. Now that we got that out of the way, let's hit the road. The first town you're going to hit on this alternate route is Glenarm, which is an unincorporated community without anything going on. So head on to Divernon. This town was named for a character named Divernon in Sir Walter Scott's book Rob Roy. Its main businesses were the Madison Coal Mine No. 6 and the Illinois Central Railroad, both of which are deader than Kelsey's nuts today. Farmersville has an old boarded-up opera house that's pretty cool. But the thing you want to see there is Art's Motel with its restored Route 66 sign. Art's was started when Art McIlharney and Marty Gorman opened a tavern on Route 66 after Prohibition was repealed. They added a dance hall and a casino. The business survived a fire in 1952, which has got to be the only business that ever survived a fire on Route 66. But anyway, they're there. Sometimes it's open, other times it's closed, but either way, the sign is what you're there to see. The next stop is Litchfield, which is the best of these little towns along the alternate route. The 3 miles of Route 66 through Litchfield pass by the Ariston Cafe, which is in the Route 66 Hall of Fame. This place was founded in 1924 over in Carlinville, but they later moved it to Litchfield. It consistently is voted as one of the best restaurants on Route 66. Litchfield also has the Route 66 Cafe, which first opened in 1935 as the Belvedere Cafe and Motel. The Skyview Drive-In Theater has been operating in Litchfield since 1951. The next towns are Mount Olive, Staunton, and Hamel. Getting to Hamel from Litchfield is a bit tricky because there are a bunch of different overlapping alignments of Route 66 through here, and it's hard to stay on the right one. It took me years to figure this out. But the directions you're going to get on Route66MC.com will get you through, and you'll intersect back with the original 1926 alignment when you get to Hamel. Between Litchfield and Mount Olive, you're going to pass by Mother Jone's grave, which is just off Route 66 in Mount Olive. Keep a lookout, it's a small sign. Mary Harris Jones was a community organizer and labor activist, primarily for miners. She was co-founder of the Industrial Workers of the World and once was called the most dangerous woman in America because of her success in organizing miners' unions. She's buried in a miners' cemetery with miners killed in the Battle of Virden that occurred during a strike in the early 20th century. When you get to Mount Olive, as soon as you cross Main Street, the Soulsby Station is going to be on your left. The Soulsby sold gas on Route 66 for 65 years beginning in 1926, and it claims to be the oldest gas station on the Mother Road. The next town is Ston. When you get to the other side of town on the post-1930 alignment of Route 66, you're going to go by Henry's Rabbit Ranch. It's part store, part museum, and part original Route 66 attraction. They have a lot of spoofs there, like a spoof of the Jack Rabbit Trading Post that you'll find in Arizona. They have a mini Cadillac ranch, and they have a lot of other interesting displays. This place is in disrepair, and it's only open on a hit-or-miss basis or by appointment. But even if it's not open, there's enough cool things to see outside to make it worth the stop. Plus, it's on just a beautiful stretch of road. There are several antique places on this frontage road on the way to Hamel. The coolest one's the Pink Elephant. Outside it has a giant muffler man. How cool would it be to own one? And I guess you can buy one there. There's also an antique ice cream stand, a flying saucer house, and a bunch of other really unique things outside. Inside they have a great selection of curios, and they also have a functioning traditional 1950s luncheonette. So you're going to go by the Pink Elephant, staying on the frontage road, and keep an eye out for St. Paul's Lutheran Church. It has a distinctive blue neon cross on the top that has been a beacon for Route 66 travelers for decades. When you get to Hamel, check out Wheezies Roadhouse. Wheezies originally was called Tourist Haven. After that it was known as Ernie's, then Scotty's, before becoming Wheezies. It opened in the 1930s and was an Al Capone hangout. It's been redone. It's now more of a family-oriented diner with a Route 66 theme. It's got a small bar. Edwardsville was incorporated in 1818 and is the third oldest town in Illinois. St. Louis Street is on the National Register of Historic Places. The bar to hit is the Stagger Inn. Good food, good music at night. The movies The Lucky Ones and Stingray were filmed in downtown Edwardsville, and Jackson Browne recorded a couple of the songs on his Running on Empty album there. There are a few vintage motels near Mitchell that look okay on the outside, but they are really rough on the inside. The only reason to stay in one of them is to assure a short drive to safety after you spend an evening at the Luna Cafe. The Luna Cafe, with its restored neon sign, has been a stopping point in Mitchell since 1924, and in its heyday had booze and gambling. When the bright red cherry in the sign was lit, customers would know that hookers were available. It's still a good stop today, but it must have been fantastic when roadhouses offered one-stop shopping. Mitchell's the last town before passing the Chain of Rocks Bridge on the way to St. Louis. This mile-long bridge opened in 1929 to cross the Mississippi River between Illinois and Missouri, and was part of Route 66 until it closed 51 years later in 1970. The plan was to start construction on each bank of the river and have it meet in the middle. Unfortunately, one side or the other screwed up, so there's a 22-degree curve in the middle of the bridge that was needed to make the two sides meet. This bridge is now closed to traffic, but walkways and bicycle lanes have been added. A little bit of a warning, it's in a dangerous neighborhood from either side, so be careful if you're over there. A portion of the movie Escape from New York was filmed on that bridge. But before you go to the next video, hit the subscriber button. That way you'll get updates on when I post new videos and other information that you might otherwise miss. Also, leave your comments. I'll do my best to respond to them. With that, Sambo out. I'll see you on the next video.